Ladies and gentlemen, money is not just paper, numbers, or material wealth. It is energy. Everything in this universe is made up of energy, vibrating at different frequencies. When you begin to understand this, your entire relationship with money changes. The truth is, money has a frequency, a specific vibration that aligns with abundance, ease, flow, and gratitude. When your own energy resonates with that same frequency, money begins to flow into your life naturally. It stops feeling like something you have to chase, and instead, it becomes something that is drawn to you magnetically, effortlessly. Think about it: every thought, emotion, and belief you hold has a vibration. When you think thoughts of fear, lack, and worry, you emit a low frequency. That frequency tells the universe that you don't trust abundance, that you believe money is scarce, that you must struggle for it. The universe, always listening, always responding, mirrors that energy back to you. So what happens? You continue to experience struggle, scarcity, and financial blocks. But when you shift your inner energy, when you begin to believe, deeply and completely, that money is everywhere, that it loves to flow to you, that it is safe and natural for you to be wealthy, your outer reality starts to shift too. Money is energy that responds to emotion, intention, and belief. It flows where there is openness and blocks where there is fear. You have probably noticed how some people seem to attract money effortlessly. They are not necessarily more talented or hardworking than others. They are simply more energetically aligned with abundance. They carry a natural sense of worthiness, a quiet confidence that says, "I deserve good things. I am open to receive." That confidence is a frequency. That feeling is a vibration, and that vibration communicates directly with the energy of wealth. When you begin to vibrate at that same level, the frequency of wealth, you start attracting circumstances, opportunities, people, and situations that bring more prosperity into your life. It might appear as a new idea, a business opportunity, a gift, or even a small unexpected sum of money. These are all signs that your frequency is shifting. Money is not random, it is responsive. It reacts to the vibration you hold, not to the effort you exert. The moment you begin to see money as energy, you stop forcing and start flowing. You realize that abundance is not something you create, it is something you align with. When you hold gratitude for what you already have, when you act from a sense of sufficiency instead of desperation, your vibration rises. The universe can sense that shift. It reads your frequency as, "I already have enough. I am safe. I am open to more." That's when the flow begins. The energy of wealth is high, light, and expansive. It carries feelings of freedom, joy, and possibility. The energy of lack, on the other hand, is heavy, tense, and restrictive. When you are caught in worry, thinking, "How will I pay the bills?" or "I never have enough," your body contracts. Your breath becomes shallow, your thoughts tighten, and you unknowingly send out a signal of resistance. The frequency of wealth cannot match that vibration. It can only flow into open, relaxed energy, into trust, into surrender. To connect with the energy of wealth, you must first understand that you are an energetic being in an energetic universe. You are constantly broadcasting frequencies through your emotions and thoughts. Each feeling is like a message sent into the field around you. When those messages carry joy, appreciation, confidence, and self-worth, the universe mirrors back experiences that match those feelings. When those messages carry fear, shame, or guilt about money, the universe mirrors scarcity. The universe is neutral, it simply reflects. You are the transmitter. Money, like everything else, responds to love. When you love money, not in a greedy or desperate way, but in a peaceful, appreciative way, it starts to love you back. It wants to be near you. It wants to stay with you. It wants to multiply through you. But if you fear money, criticize it, or resent people who have it, you block its flow. That resentment sends a signal that says, "Money is bad. It creates problems." And since energy is intelligent, it listens. It stays away. When you sit quietly, breathe deeply, and feel thankful for the money that already exists in your life, even if it's just a little, you start building a bridge between your current state and the energy of wealth. You can literally feel your vibration changing. Your heart relaxes. Your body feels lighter. Your thoughts become calmer. That calmness is alignment. That peace is the first sign that you are tuning into the money frequency. The secret is not an external action but internal alignment. Many people chase wealth through effort, stress, and overwork, believing that only hustle brings success. But when you hustle from a place of fear, you push money away. When you act from alignment, from inspired ideas, intuition, and joy, your actions carry the vibration of abundance. They produce results that seem effortless. Synchronicities start appearing. The right people show up. The right opportunities align at the right time. That's not luck. That's energetic harmony. You have to remember that energy attracts energy. High vibration attracts high vibration. When you live in gratitude, when you appreciate the small flows of money that come to you, you tell the universe that you are ready for more. When you celebrate every bit of abundance, a sale, a gift, a tip, even a discount, you amplify the energy of abundance around you. Each moment of gratitude becomes a signal that says, I am in the frequency of wealth. A money doesn't respond to need, it responds to frequency. You might need money, but if your energy is filled with fear and anxiety, that frequency cannot bring it in. You must rise above need and step into the feeling of having. You must feel rich before you see riches. Feel the emotions of wealth now: freedom, relief, gratitude, generosity, and your external world will begin to rearrange itself to match that inner vibration. This is why meditation is so powerful for manifesting money. When your conscious mind quiets, your subconscious becomes open to new programming. You stop broadcasting frequencies of fear and start radiating peace and trust. The mind slows, the heart opens, and your entire energetic field begins to harmonize with the vibration of abundance. In that peaceful state, the energy of wealth finds you naturally. You don't have to force it. You simply have to receive it. When you truly understand that money is energy, you stop comparing, competing, or feeling jealous. You know that there is no shortage of energy in the universe, and therefore no shortage of money. The flow is infinite. What limits you is not the supply, but your personal frequency. Raise it, and everything changes. You can raise it through gratitude, meditation, positive affirmations, generosity, and self-belief. Every time you choose peace over fear, trust over worry, love over resentment, you tune yourself closer to the vibration of wealth. Money is not a mystery. It is an energetic mirror, reflecting your inner state. When you feel abundant, it shows up in your reality. When you feel scarce, it hides. The universe wants to give you more. It just waits for you to match its signal. You are the magnet, and money is the metal. But the magnet only works when it is charged with the right energy. The energy of trust, appreciation, and openness. As you sleep, your mind releases resistance. That is why sleep meditations are so powerful for manifesting wealth. In sleep, your thoughts quiet, your doubts fade, and your subconscious becomes receptive to abundance. When you play affirmations or money, frequency sounds as you rest, they bypass your conscious mind and go directly into your energetic field. Over time, those vibrations rewire your beliefs and tune your body, mind, and spirit to the energy of wealth. When you awaken to this truth, that money is energy and that energy is everywhere, you begin to see the world differently. You see opportunities instead of obstacles. You notice flow instead of lack. You feel calm instead of anxious. The energy of wealth is not something far away. It is here, right now, waiting for you to match it. It is always available, always flowing, always responding to your vibration. The moment you shift your energy, everything else follows. When you sleep, your conscious mind finally lets go. The endless noise of thoughts, plans, fears, and expectations begins to fade, and beneath that surface chatter lies the most powerful part of your being, your subconscious mind. It is during this quiet, natural state that true transformation happens. The subconscious mind does not argue, it does not question, it simply accepts. Whatever message, belief, or image it receives repeatedly becomes truth to it. That is why sleep meditation is one of the most effective ways to reprogram your relationship with money and abundance. Throughout the day, you operate mostly from the conscious mind, the logical, analytical, controlling part of yourself. This part is necessary for navigating daily life, but it also carries doubt, fear, and limitation. It remembers every financial struggle, every failure, every moment you were told that money is hard to earn or that wealth is not for everyone. Those memories create patterns, deep energetic imprints that shape how you perceive money and what you believe you deserve. When you try to think positively during the day, your conscious mind often gets in the way. It questions your affirmations, it points to your current reality, and it whispers, "But look at your bank account, is that really true?" During sleep, that resistance disappears. The conscious mind quiets, and the subconscious becomes open, soft, and receptive. It's like fertile soil ready to receive new seeds. The words and vibrations you expose yourself to at that time, whether through affirmations, meditation, or soothing frequencies, go deep inside and start to change the internal code that runs your life. Every belief you hold about money is a program, and just like software, those programs can be rewritten. Imagine your subconscious as the operating system of your life. If that system has been programmed for scarcity, no matter how hard you work, the results will remain limited. You may earn money, but it will slip away easily. You may attract opportunities, but you'll find ways to sabotage them. It's not because you are unlucky or incapable. It's because your subconscious beliefs are not aligned with abundance. When you sleep with positive, abundance-based suggestions playing softly, those beliefs begin to shift. Your mind starts to adopt new commands like, "I attract money easily," "I deserve financial freedom," and "wealth flows to me in expected and unexpected ways." Over time, these new beliefs replace the old scarcity patterns, and your external world begins to reflect that change. During sleep, your brain naturally moves through different states: beta, alpha, theta, and delta. The theta state, which occurs between wakefulness and deep sleep, is the key to subconscious reprogramming. In this state, the brain is relaxed, the body is calm, and the mind is highly impressionable. It is the same state that children live in during their early years, which is why they absorb beliefs so quickly. By entering theta while listening to money frequency meditations or affirmations, you recreate that same learning environment. The subconscious listens and absorbs effortlessly, without resistance. It's important to understand that the subconscious does not differentiate between what is real and what is imagined. If you visualize wealth, happiness, and success while your body rests, your subconscious treats those images as reality. It begins to form neural pathways that support those experiences. Eventually, your behavior, intuition, and even your energy field begin to align with those new patterns. You might start noticing new ideas, people, or chances that seem to appear out of nowhere. But they were always there. Your new frequency simply allows you to recognize and attract them. Sleep meditation for money manifestation is not just about listening to soothing words. It's about shifting your energetic state. As you drift off to sleep, your breathing deepens, your muscles relax, and your energetic field expands. You release the tension of the day, the financial worries, the self-doubt, the overthinking. The sound frequencies in abundance meditations, such as 528 Hz or 432 Hz, work on a cellular level to harmonize your energy with the vibration of prosperity. These frequencies are known to calm the nervous system and bring balance to the mind and heart. When your body and mind are relaxed, you become an open channel for receiving. Reprogramming the subconscious while you sleep is like resetting a pattern that has been running for years. You cannot fight it consciously because it operates beneath awareness, influencing your emotions, decisions, and habits. But through consistent sleep meditation, you start to rewrite that hidden script. The process is gentle but powerful. Night after night, the repetition of affirmations and frequencies begins to dissolve the old programming of fear and scarcity. It installs a new belief system of trust, worthiness, and abundance. As this internal shift takes place, your relationship with money starts to change in subtle ways. You might notice that you stop worrying as much. You may feel calmer when thinking about bills or expenses. Opportunities that once seemed out of reach may begin to feel possible. You start making decisions from intuition rather than fear. This happens because your subconscious no longer identifies with lack. It identifies with abundance. And since your subconscious controls over 90% of your behavior, That internal transformation eventually reshapes your external reality. When you practice sleep meditation for 3 hours or more, you give your subconscious enough time to fully absorb the vibration of abundance. During that period, the affirmations loop continuously, gently guiding your mind deeper into alignment. Even if you fall into deep sleep, your subconscious continues to listen. The words become part of your inner language. They weave themselves into your dreams, your emotions, your thoughts. When you wake up, you may not consciously remember every word, but you will feel lighter, more confident, and more at peace. That feeling is the first sign that your vibration is shifting. The more you practice, the stronger the new programming becomes. Think of it like building a muscle. Each night you listen, you strengthen the neural pathways of abundance and weaken those of scarcity. Eventually, your mind stops defaulting to fear-based thoughts like, "I can't afford this," or "money is always hard to get." Instead, your automatic thoughts become supportive, encouraging, and aligned with wealth. You begin to believe that it is normal for you to have money, that financial opportunities are all around you, and that you are fully capable of handling wealth with grace. The subconscious mind is incredibly loyal. Once it accepts a belief, it works tirelessly to make that belief real. If your subconscious now believes that you are wealthy, it will drive your actions, emotions, and energy to support that truth. It will guide you to ideas, people, and paths that match the new vibration. That is why sleep meditation is not just relaxation, it's transformation from the inside out. Reprogramming your subconscious during sleep is also about letting go of the energy of struggle. Many people hold on to the identity of, "I have to work hard for money." That belief creates tension and resistance. When you relax and trust during sleep, you begin to release the attachment to effort and control. You start allowing instead of chasing. Money begins to come from unexpected directions because your energy no longer blocks the flow. You shift from survival mode to creation mode. Another powerful aspect of sleep meditation is the emotional healing it provides. The subconscious stores emotional memories, feelings of failure, guilt, and shame around money. These old emotions often prevent abundance from entering your life. The soothing sounds and affirmations in a sleep meditation help to neutralize those emotional imprints. They send messages of forgiveness, self-worth, and acceptance deep into your subconscious. Slowly, the emotional charge around money dissolves. You stop associating it with stress and start linking it to peace, joy, and freedom. During those hours of sleep, your entire energetic system recalibrates. The sound frequencies help balance your brain hemispheres, synchronize your heart and mind, and expand your energy field. The more balanced your energy becomes, the easier it is to attract abundance. Energy moves freely when there is harmony. When you wake up, you may notice that you feel more grounded, centered, and confident, signs that your energy is now in flow with the vibration of prosperity. The beauty of this process is that it does not require conscious effort. You don't have to force anything, visualize constantly, or repeat affirmations all day long. You simply surrender to the process, let the sounds play, and allow the subconscious to do its work. It's the most effortless form of manifestation because it works while you rest. It uses the body's natural healing and regenerative state to rewrite your energetic code. When practiced consistently, sleep meditation for money manifestation rewires not just your thoughts, but your entire energetic blueprint. You begin to think, feel, and act like someone who is already abundant. Your vibration becomes magnetic to opportunities, synchronicities, and financial blessings. The outer world mirrors this new inner reality because the subconscious always creates according to the images and emotions it holds most strongly. As you continue to sleep in this state of calm abundance, you merge deeper with the frequency of money. Until eventually, wealth feels as natural and constant as breathing. You are already abundant. This truth may sound simple, but it holds immense power when you truly understand it. Abundance is not something you have to chase, create, or earn. It is something that already exists within you, waiting to be acknowledged and activated. The universe itself is abundant. Limitless stars, endless air, infinite energy. And because you are a part of that universe, You carry the same infinite potential within your being. The illusion of lack is created only by perception, by thoughts and beliefs that convince you that something is missing. But when you begin to see beyond that illusion, you realize that abundance has never been outside of you. It has always been your natural state. From the moment you were born, everything you needed to thrive was provided. The air you breathe, the sunlight that warms you, the love that nurtures you. All of it flows to you freely. The universe does not ask you to struggle for these things. They are your birthright. The same principle applies to money and material abundance. Wealth is not a privilege for the few. It is an energetic expression of the infinite flow that sustains all life. You are not separate from that flow. You are part of it. When you forget this truth, you begin to chase abundance as if it exists outside you. But when you remember, you start to attract it effortlessly. The idea that you must become abundant or that you are currently lacking is one of the greatest illusions of modern life. Society has conditioned you to believe that worth and security come from accumulation, from having more, earning more, owning more. But abundance is not measured by how much you possess. It is measured by how aligned you are with the energy of sufficiency. When you feel complete within yourself, when you recognize that you are enough, you emit the frequency of abundance. That energy then manifests externally as opportunities, prosperity, and flow. The outer world always mirrors the inner vibration. The truth is that abundance is not something you manifest, it is something you remember. Every time you take a deep breath and feel gratitude for that simple act, you reconnect with your inner abundance. Every time you appreciate the beauty around you, the colors of the sky, the laughter of a friend, the comfort of a home, you tune into the vibration of wealth. Gratitude is the gateway to remembering. When you feel thankful, you align yourself with the energy of having rather than the energy of wanting. The universe responds to that alignment by giving you more reasons to be grateful. Many people live in a constant state of wanting. They focus on what they do not have, and that focus creates a vibration of lack. The subconscious mind interprets those thoughts as truth and shapes reality accordingly. When you say, "I don't have enough money," you are affirming scarcity. The universe, ever responsive to vibration, mirrors that frequency back to you. You begin to experience more situations that reinforce the belief of not enough. The only way to shift that pattern is to change the internal focus from absence to presence. Instead of thinking about what is missing, begin noticing what is already here. You might realize that abundance shows up in many forms: love, ideas, health, creativity, peace, friendship, opportunities. The energy of abundance does not distinguish between money and other blessings. It flows wherever there is appreciation. When you start appreciating the abundance you already have, even in small ways, that energy multiplies. You attract more experiences that reflect abundance, because you are now resonating with the vibration of having. You become a magnet for prosperity. The moment you stop chasing and start acknowledging, the energy of wealth begins to move toward you naturally. You are already abundant because you are made of the same creative energy that forms everything in existence. The trees, the oceans, the stars, all are expressions of the same universal source energy that flows through you. That energy cannot run out. It cannot be taken away. It cannot diminish. The only thing that can block it is your belief that it is not there. When you believe in scarcity, you close yourself off from the natural flow. You tighten your energy, you contract your heart, and you stop receiving. But when you believe in abundance, your energy expands. Your heart opens and life begins to respond with generosity. It is important to understand that abundance is not just financial. It is a state of being. It is the feeling of fullness, peace, and contentment that comes from knowing you are supported by life itself. When you live in that state, money becomes just one of many ways abundance expresses itself through you. You stop seeing money as the goal and start seeing it as a reflection, a mirror of your inner balance. The more peace, joy, and gratitude you feel, the more naturally money flows. You no longer depend on it to feel secure, because your security comes from connection. Connection to the infinite source that sustains everything. The idea of already being abundant may feel strange at first, because most people are taught to measure worth by what they have achieved or acquired. But abundance is not an achievement, it is an awareness. It begins the moment you decide to look within instead of outward. Imagine your heart as a glowing source of golden light. That light is infinite supply, love, creativity, wisdom, opportunity, and prosperity. It radiates constantly whether you notice it or not. When you tune into it, you feel expansive and alive. When you ignore it and look only at external circumstances, you feel small and limited. The difference lies in where you place your attention. Every time you meditate, breathe deeply, or express gratitude, you open a channel between your conscious mind and that inner source. You remind yourself that abundance is your natural frequency. From that place, actions you take in the physical world become more effective because they are guided by inspiration rather than fear. You might suddenly feel guided to make a decision that leads to prosperity or to connect with someone who offers a new opportunity. Those are not coincidences. They are the universe responding to your alignment. When you live from the awareness of inner abundance, your energy changes. People can feel it. You begin to radiate calm confidence and generosity. You stop clinging to outcomes because you trust that more is always coming. This trust is magnetic. It attracts others who vibrate at the same level and opens doors that effort alone could never open. Abundance loves expansion, and when you embody it, you naturally expand the flow for everyone around you. You are already abundant because the energy of creation flows through you every moment. Every thought you think, every word you speak, every feeling you emit carries creative power. When you focus that power on gratitude and sufficiency, you generate more abundance. When you focus it on lack or fear, you generate limitation. But the power itself, the creative energy, never leaves you. You are the source of your experience, and that means abundance can never truly be taken away from you. Sometimes, you may experience moments that appear to contradict this truth. Financial hardship, missed opportunities, loss. These moments do not mean abundance has vanished. They are simply reflections of temporary disconnection from your inner source. When you realign with gratitude and trust, the flow resumes. Life is always seeking to return you to balance, to remind you of who you are, an expression of infinite energy, capable of creating and receiving without limit. The more you remind yourself that you are already abundant, the less resistance you carry. You stop feeling desperate or unworthy. You stop comparing yourself to others. You stop doubting whether you deserve wealth. Instead, you start expecting good things. Expectation is a powerful force. It tells the universe what frequency you are broadcasting. When you expect abundance, you align your energy with having. When you expect struggle, you align with lack. Your expectations are silent instructions to the universe. Choose them wisely, because the universe always listens. True abundance is not about the accumulation of things, it is about the recognition of flow. When you understand that life is constantly giving, that every breath, every heartbeat, every sunrise is a gift, you cannot help but feel rich. From that feeling, you attract more richness. The outer world begins to rearrange itself to match your inner awareness. Money, opportunities, and prosperity begin to flow because your energy is finally in harmony with the natural rhythm of the universe. Every human being has access to this energy. It does not matter where you come from, what your past has been, or what your current circumstances look like. The source of abundance within you has no limits, no boundaries, and no judgment. It only responds to your vibration. When you begin to believe in your own worthiness, when you stop seeking and start receiving, the abundance that has always been within you begins to overflow into every area of your life. You are not separate from abundance. You are its expression. You are the vessel through which the universe experiences prosperity, love, and creativity. When you awaken to this truth, you stop asking, "How do I get abundance?" and start realizing, "How do I allow it to flow through me?" That small shift in awareness changes everything. You move from seeking to being, from effort to ease, from scarcity to expansion, and in that expanded state, you finally see that abundance was never something to be earned or found. It was who you were all along. Letting go of scarcity thoughts is one of the most liberating acts you can ever perform for yourself. Scarcity is not just a financial condition, it is a mental pattern, an emotional vibration, a lens through which you view life. It makes you believe that there is not enough money, not enough time, not enough opportunity, not enough luck. When this belief becomes your dominant mindset, you begin to live in constant fear of losing, of missing out, of not being able to survive. Scarcity keeps you trapped in a loop of chasing, comparing, and worrying. But the truth is that scarcity is an illusion, a product of the mind. The universe itself knows no lack. It is infinite, abundant, ever creating. Letting go of scarcity thoughts is not about ignoring reality, but about remembering a deeper truth, that the energy of abundance is always available, and your perception determines whether you experience it or not. Every thought you think carries a frequency. Thoughts of scarcity vibrate at a low, dense frequency that blocks the natural flow of prosperity. When you think, "I never have enough," you emit a vibration of lack, and life reflects that vibration back to you through experiences that confirm it. When you say, "Money is hard to get," you tell your subconscious that struggle is normal, and it organizes your reality accordingly. The subconscious is obedient. It does not question your beliefs. It simply follows them. That is why scarcity feels so real. You have repeated those thoughts so often that they became your truth. The key to freedom lies in changing the pattern. The first step to letting go of scarcity is awareness. You must start noticing how often your mind drifts into fear about money, security, or the future. Every time you think about bills, expenses, or unmet goals, pay attention to the emotion that arises. Is it fear? Is it doubt? Is it a sense of inadequacy? Scarcity hides in those emotions. Instead of judging yourself for feeling them, simply acknowledge them. Awareness weakens their power because you are no longer unconsciously feeding them. When you catch a scarcity thought, you can consciously replace it with an abundant one. For example, if your mind says, "I don't have enough money," respond with, "Money is flowing to me in expected and unexpected ways." This single shift begins to rewire your energetic vibration. Scarcity is deeply tied to survival instincts. For generations, humans have been conditioned to associate safety with material possession. But that conditioning no longer serves the spiritual truth of who you are. You are not just a physical being trying to survive. You are an energetic being capable of creating and receiving without limit. When you identify with fear-based survival thinking, you block your higher creative energy. When you relax and trust that life supports you, your vibration rises, and abundance begins to move toward you naturally. The more you let go of control, the easier the flow becomes. It is helpful to understand that scarcity is not only about money, it can show up as emotional scarcity, such as thinking, "There's no one who truly loves me," or "Good things don't last." These thoughts also create energetic constriction. When you believe that love, happiness, or success are limited, you subconsciously reject them. You start competing, comparing, and clinging. But abundance is expansive. It cannot coexist with fear or tightness. The moment you relax your grip and release those limiting thoughts, life begins to surprise you with generosity. Letting go of scarcity requires trust. Trust in yourself, in the universe, and in the unseen flow of energy that connects everything. This trust is not blind. It is built through experience. Start small. Notice how often things work out even when you worry they won't. Notice how the universe provides, often in unexpected ways. Maybe you receive a call from someone offering help, or you find a creative solution at the last moment. Each of these moments is proof that abundance is real and that you are supported. When you begin to recognize those signs, your trust deepens and scarcity loses its hold. One of the strongest forces that keeps scarcity alive is comparison. When you look at others and measure your worth or success against theirs, you reinforce the belief that resources are limited. You start thinking, "They have it, so I can't." But life doesn't work that way. The universe is not a pie with only a few slices. It's an infinite ocean. Someone else's abundance doesn't reduce yours. It expands what's possible. When you celebrate the success of others, You align yourself with the frequency of abundance. You tell the universe, I am ready for more of this energy. The feeling of joy for others becomes an invitation for your own blessings. Gratitude is one of the most powerful antidotes to scarcity. When you are grateful for what you already have, you signal to the universe that you are abundant now. Gratitude transforms your focus from what's missing to what's present. It dissolves the vibration of lack and replaces it with a vibration of contentment and joy. Each time you say, thank you, you raise your frequency. Gratitude does not mean pretending everything is perfect. It means acknowledging the good that already exists, no matter how small. The more you appreciate, the more abundance you magnetize. Letting go of scarcity also involves healing old beliefs about money. Many people carry subconscious programming from childhood. Ideas like, money is evil, rich people are greedy, or, I must work hard to deserve wealth. These beliefs were passed down from generations that lived in fear of lack. They were survival mechanisms, not truths. When you hold on to these outdated beliefs, you unconsciously repel abundance. Begin questioning them. Ask yourself, is this belief serving me now? If it's not, replace it with a higher truth, such as, money is a neutral energy that amplifies good when used with love and purpose. By reframing your beliefs, you change your relationship with money from fear to flow. Scarcity thrives in resistance, while abundance flows through surrender. Resistance sounds like, I need this to happen, or I'll only be happy when I have that. Surrender sounds like, I trust that what's meant for me will find me at the right time. When you surrender, you release the tension that blocks manifestation. You stop chasing and start allowing. Abundance is always trying to reach you, but it cannot enter when your energy is tense and fearful. When you relax into trust, you become a clear channel for receiving. It's also important to release attachment to specific outcomes. Scarcity makes you believe that abundance can only come in one form, through a certain job, person, or opportunity. When that form doesn't appear, you feel disappointed and conclude that abundance isn't real. But the universe is limitless in its methods. Money, love, and opportunity can flow from directions you cannot predict. When you let go of attachment and say, I am open to all forms of abundance, you give the universe permission to surprise you. Letting go of scarcity also means forgiving yourself for past financial mistakes or failures. Many people hold shame and guilt around money, regrets about spending debt, or missed chances. These emotions keep you anchored in the past and vibrate at a low frequency. Forgiveness releases that energy and opens space for new flow. You are not defined by past decisions. You are defined by your energy now. Every moment is a chance to reset your vibration. Another way to release scarcity is to shift from a mindset of taking to a mindset of giving. When you give, whether it's time, kindness, or money, you affirm that there is more than enough to share. Giving signals abundance to your subconscious. It tells your energy field, I am not afraid of lack, I trust the flow. The act of giving creates circulation. What you send out returns multiplied because you are participating in the universal law of exchange. Energy must move to stay alive. Hoarding blocks the current, generosity expands it. You can also practice letting go of scarcity through visualization. Close your eyes and imagine yourself standing in a vast golden river of energy. See that river representing abundance, flowing endlessly, sparkling, infinite. Each drop of light in that river is money, opportunity, love, or joy. Now imagine yourself stepping into that river. Feel it flowing around you and through you. Notice that no matter how much you take, the river never empties. This simple visualization retrains your subconscious to understand that abundance is endless. You begin to feel it as truth rather than concept. As you let go of scarcity, your relationship with the world transforms. You start to see possibility where you once saw limitation. You begin to feel calm even when outcomes are uncertain. You trust that there is always enough. Enough time, enough opportunity, enough love. This trust allows creativity to flourish. When you're no longer operating from fear, you can think clearly, make better decisions, and notice doors that were invisible before. Abundance begins to meet you halfway, because your energy is now in alignment with receiving. Scarcity cannot survive in a mind filled with gratitude, love, and trust. Each time you choose peace over fear, you weaken the old vibration of lack. Each time you appreciate what you have, you raise your frequency closer to abundance. Letting go of scarcity is a gradual process, a daily practice of choosing expansion over contraction, faith over doubt, and joy over worry. The more you practice, the lighter you become, and the easier it is for prosperity to flow into every area of your life. There is a rhythm to everything in the universe, an invisible harmony that connects all forms of energy. The same principle applies to money and abundance. Money is not just a human invention or a physical object. It is energy that moves, vibrates, and responds to frequency. Among the many frequencies that exist, one is particularly aligned with creation, healing, and manifestation. The 5 and 28H's frequency, often called the frequency of abundance, or the money frequency. It is known as the miracle tone, because it is believed to carry the vibration of transformation and expansion. When you tune your body, mind, and energy field to this frequency, you begin to align with the natural vibration of prosperity that already exists within the universe. Everything that exists, every atom, thought, and sound has its own vibration. Your emotions, too, are frequencies. Joy, love, and gratitude vibrate at a high level, while fear, anger, and scarcity vibrate lower. The frequency of 528H resonates with the vibration of love and creation. It has the power to bring balance and harmony to your energetic system, dissolving blockages that prevent abundance from flowing freely. When your energy aligns with this vibration, your reality begins to reflect that balance through opportunities, wealth, and synchronicities. The idea that sound can influence matter is not new. Ancient civilizations understood that sound was a bridge between the physical and spiritual realms. They used chanting, singing bowls, and mantras to heal the body and expand consciousness. Modern science is now beginning to catch up. Studies in cymatics, the science of visible sound vibrations, show how specific frequencies can shape matter. When a sound of a particular frequency passes through water or sand, it forms geometric patterns. These patterns are not random, they are sacred designs that reveal the organizing power of vibration. Since the human body is made mostly of water, it naturally responds to sound frequencies. When you listen to 528H, that vibration travels through your cells, harmonizing your internal environment and bringing you into alignment with higher states of energy. The connection between 528H and abundance lies in resonance. Money, like everything else, carries an energetic signature. When your vibration matches that signature, you attract it naturally, just as tuning forks vibrating at the same frequency resonate with each other. The 528H frequency raises your vibration to match the energy of wealth and prosperity. It clears away the emotional and energetic patterns that block financial flow, fear of lack, guilt about money, or feelings of unworthiness, and replaces them with peace, gratitude, and openness. The result is not just financial abundance, but a deeper sense of harmony with life itself. When you play 528H's frequency music during meditation or sleep, your mind and body begin to relax. Your breathing slows, your heart rate balances, and your brain waves shift from the busy beta state to the calm and receptive alpha or theta states. These are the same brainwave patterns associated with creativity, intuition, and subconscious reprogramming. In this state, your subconscious mind becomes more receptive to new beliefs. As you listen, the frequency gently dissolves old limiting patterns and installs new ones, beliefs that support abundance, self-worth, and trust in the universe. The more consistently you expose yourself to this frequency, the more your energy system stabilizes around abundance rather than fear. Imagine your energy field as a musical instrument. When out of tune, it produces discord, confusion, scarcity, stress. But when tuned to 528H, it begins to vibrate in harmony with universal energy. This harmony creates coherence between your thoughts, emotions, and actions. You begin to think more clearly, feel more optimistic, and act more intuitively. The frequency doesn't just make you feel better. It changes the energetic pattern you radiate into the world. The universe then responds to that pattern by sending experiences that match it, opportunities, ideas, and people aligned with your new vibration. Listening to 528Hs also helps heal emotional wounds that block financial flow. Many people carry deep-seated feelings of unworthiness or guilt around money. These emotions create energetic resistance that prevents abundance from entering their lives. The heart, the energetic center of love and gratitude, resonates naturally with 528Hs. When this frequency vibrates through your system, it opens the heart, releasing stored emotional pain. As the heart heals, your energy begins to expand outward again, allowing the frequency of abundance to flow freely. You start to feel that you deserve to receive, and the universe mirrors that belief by delivering more. This frequency also affects the body on a physical level. It reduces stress hormones, promotes relaxation, and enhances overall well-being. A relaxed body is a receptive body. When you are calm and peaceful, your nervous system signals safety, and your energy moves out of survival mode. In this state, creativity awakens. You start to receive intuitive guidance, sudden ideas, inspirations, or solutions that can lead to prosperity. That is why people who meditate or listen to healing frequencies often experience breakthroughs or synchronicities in their financial or creative lives. The 528Hz frequency is sometimes called the vibration of DNA repair. It is said to activate the body's natural ability to restore balance and heal on a cellular level. When your body heals, your mind follows, and when your mind heals, your energy aligns with abundance. The same life force that repairs cells is the one that attracts prosperity. Both are expressions of harmony and flow. As you tune yourself to this vibration, your entire system, physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual, begins to function in alignment with the universal law of abundance. One of the most powerful ways to use this frequency is through nightly listening. When you play 528Hz music or affirmations while you sleep, your subconscious mind remains open. The sound waves travel through your body, harmonizing your energy field and reprogramming your beliefs. Over time, you may notice changes not only in your external life, but also in how you feel internally. You might wake up with a sense of peace and confidence. You may start viewing money as a natural flow rather than something you must fight for. These subtle shifts in perspective are signs that your vibration is rising to match the frequency of wealth. Consistency is key when working with sound frequencies. Just as an instrument must be tuned regularly, your energy field benefits from repeated exposure. Daily or nightly listening strengthens the alignment, and the effects begin to compound. You may find that financial stress feels lighter, creative ideas come more easily, and coincidences related to money increase. This is not magic in the traditional sense. It is the physics of energy and resonance. When your vibration is coherent and stable, the outer world aligns accordingly. To deepen the effect of 528Hs, combine it with intention. Before you listen, close your eyes, breathe deeply, and set a clear intention for abundance. This intention acts like a guiding signal that shapes the energy you are aligning with. Say to yourself, I am now tuned to the frequency of abundance. I am open to receiving prosperity in all forms. As you repeat this, feel your body soften and your heart expand. When the sound begins, allow it to wash over you, dissolving any tension or resistance. Feel the vibration move through every cell, as if rewriting your inner script. The more you surrender to the sound, the deeper the alignment becomes. Many people notice that listening to 528Hs not only improves their relationship with money, but also with themselves. It restores self-love and self-trust, two essential components of abundance. When you love yourself, you automatically feel worthy of receiving. When you trust yourself, you stop second-guessing opportunities and start acting with confidence. These inner shifts create tangible results. You begin to take inspired actions rather than fearful ones, and those actions lead to greater success and flow. This frequency can also transform your environment. When played regularly, it fills your space with high vibrational energy. The air feels lighter, your thoughts calmer, and your surroundings more harmonious. This energetic harmony supports manifestation because energy moves more freely in balanced environments. Some people even use 528Hs music while working, studying, or visualizing their goals to keep their vibration elevated throughout the day. You can think of 528Hs as an energetic reset, a way to tune yourself back to your natural state of flow and prosperity. In moments of worry or doubt, this sound serves as a reminder that abundance is not something outside of you, it is a frequency you can always return to. The more you align with it, the less power fear has over you. You begin to feel connected to something larger, an infinite source that is constantly giving, constantly expanding. As your energy synchronizes with 520Hs, you start to notice how easily things begin to fall into place. You attract the right opportunities without forcing them. Conversations lead to new ideas lead to new income, and money starts flowing from unexpected directions. You stop chasing and start receiving. The effort becomes effortless because you are finally moving with the current of the universe instead of against it. The 520H's frequency reminds you that abundance is not about striving, it's about alignment. This sound does not just create external wealth, it creates inner richness. It helps you feel whole, peaceful, and fulfilled regardless of circumstances. When you feel rich inside, life reflects that richness outside. Money becomes a mirror of your energy rather than a measure of your worth. The more you embody the vibration of love, gratitude, and balance that 528H carries, the more naturally prosperity becomes a part of your experience. Your energy becomes magnetic to good fortune because you are resonating with the frequency that creates it. The universe communicates through vibration, and 528H is one of its clearest languages of abundance. When you allow that vibration to merge with your own, you awaken the dormant wealth frequency within you. The result is a deep inner shift, a state where you no longer doubt, worry, or struggle, but trust, flow, and create. Through consistent alignment with this frequency, you begin to live in harmony with the universal rhythm of prosperity, where abundance is no longer a goal to reach, but a melody you naturally embody. Affirmations are not just words you repeat, they are vibrations that carry intention, belief, and energy. Every thought you think, every word you speak, is a signal that your subconscious mind receives and responds to. It does not distinguish between what is true and what is false. It simply accepts what you feed it as reality. When you say to yourself, "I am wealthy," "Money flows easily to me," or "I am aligned with abundance," you are not merely speaking into the air. You are programming the most powerful system in existence, your subconscious mind. The more you affirm abundance, the more your subconscious begins to believe it, and the more your external reality reshapes to mirror that belief. Affirmations create the inner foundation on which your outer world is built. The subconscious mind is like fertile soil. Whatever seeds you plant, positive or negative, will grow and manifest in your life. Most people are unaware of what they are planting because their thoughts run on autopilot, repeating old patterns of scarcity and limitation. They say things like, "I can't afford that," "I never get lucky," or "money doesn't come easily." Each of these statements is an affirmation, even though it's negative. The subconscious accepts it, reinforces it, and keeps recreating experiences that prove it to be true. The moment you begin to consciously use affirmations, you take back your creative power. You start planting seeds of prosperity instead of fear, success instead of struggle, and confidence instead of doubt. When you repeat an affirmation with emotion, you activate its energy in your vibration. Words without feeling are weak. Words infused with emotion become magnetic. Imagine saying, "I am abundant," while feeling gratitude as though it were already true. That feeling amplifies the frequency of your affirmation and sends a clear signal to the universe. You are no longer asking or hoping. You are declaring. You are stepping into the vibration of having, not wanting. The subconscious then aligns itself with that new frequency, reorganizing your thoughts, habits, and perceptions to match it. Science supports this concept through the study of neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire itself. When you repeat new thoughts or phrases consistently, new neural pathways form. Over time, these pathways replace the old ones. That's why affirmations may feel strange or even false at first. Your mind is not used to them. But with repetition, they begin to feel natural, and the brain starts recognizing them as truth. When this happens, your behaviors change automatically. You begin to make decisions, Take actions and notice opportunities that align with your new beliefs. What once felt impossible starts to unfold with ease because your internal programming now supports abundance rather than resistance. Affirmations are most powerful when spoken in the present tense. Saying, "I will be rich," keeps abundance in the future, always just out of reach. Saying, "I am rich," brings the vibration into the now, the only moment that truly exists. The subconscious mind operates in the present. It doesn't understand time. So when you affirm something as already true, your subconscious begins to act as if it is. It adjusts your perception and behavior to make it real. You begin to notice possibilities where you once saw obstacles, and opportunities that once seemed hidden suddenly become visible. The energy of "I am" is creation in its purest form. Every time you say, "I am," you are declaring to the universe what you are becoming. Affirmations are also a way of shifting identity. If you've spent most of your life identifying with struggle or limitation, you unconsciously live according to that identity. But when you start affirming new truths, "I am financially free," "I am worthy of wealth," "I attract prosperity effortlessly," you begin creating a new identity aligned with abundance. This new self-image becomes the foundation for all your thoughts, emotions, and actions. Identity shapes destiny. When you see yourself as wealthy, confident, and capable, your reality has no choice but to align with that image. The key to making affirmations work is consistency. The subconscious mind learns through repetition. Just as you didn't develop your old beliefs overnight, you won't rewrite them instantly either. You must impress new ideas upon your mind daily until they become automatic. The best times to practice affirmations are when your brain is in a relaxed state, right after waking up, right before sleep, or during meditation. In these moments, your mind transitions into alpha or theta brainwave states, where the subconscious is most receptive. Repeating affirmations in this state allows them to sink deep into your consciousness, bypassing the critical filters of the conscious mind. Visualization can make affirmations even more effective. When you pair an affirmation with a mental image, you activate both hemispheres of the brain, logic and imagination. For instance, when you say, "Money flows easily to me," imagine yourself receiving that money, seeing the numbers in your account, feeling the joy, hearing the sounds of success. The brain does not differentiate between real and vividly imagined experiences. It responds to both the same way. By combining visualization with affirmation, you create a complete sensory experience that programs the subconscious more deeply. Another powerful practice is to record your affirmations in your own voice and play them as you sleep. During sleep, your conscious mind rests, while your subconscious remains active. Listening to affirmations overnight allows your subconscious to absorb them effortlessly, strengthening their impact. Over time, you will notice your inner dialogue changing. Instead of thoughts of lack or worry, you'll start hearing thoughts of abundance and confidence. These inner shifts create outer transformations because reality mirrors your dominant vibration. It's important to note that affirmations are not about pretending or lying to yourself. They are about aligning with a higher truth that already exists within you. The essence of abundance is your natural state. You are simply remembering it. When you say, "I am abundant," you are not forcing yourself to believe something false. You are awakening the truth that was buried under layers of fear and conditioning. Affirmations remove the fog of limitation and reconnect you to your innate power. Emotion is the fuel of affirmations, but belief is the structure. In the beginning, you may not fully believe what you're saying, and that's okay. Belief grows through evidence. Each time you repeat your affirmations, you begin noticing small manifestations, perhaps an unexpected gift, a new opportunity, or a sense of peace around money. These signs reinforce your faith, making your affirmations feel more real. As your belief strengthens, the manifestations become bigger and faster. What starts as words becomes experience. You can also combine affirmations with gratitude to magnify their effect. Gratitude activates the frequency of receiving, while affirmation directs it toward your desired outcome. When you say, "I am grateful that abundance flows to me constantly," you merge belief, emotion, and appreciation into a single vibration. This vibration is incredibly magnetic. The universe responds to it quickly because it mirrors the frequency of creation itself. Gratitude tells the universe you are ready, and affirmation tells it what you are ready for. Affirmations also have the power to dissolve fear. Fear is simply energy moving in the wrong direction, energy focused on lack or failure instead of abundance and success. When fear arises, repeating a positive affirmation redirects that energy. For example, if you start worrying about money, repeat, "I am safe. Money flows to me easily and constantly." This simple act changes your focus, calms your nervous system, and raises your vibration back to harmony. Over time, your automatic reaction to fear shifts from panic to faith because your subconscious learns that abundance is your normal state. It's helpful to write your affirmations down daily. Writing engages your mind differently than speaking. It anchors the words in physical reality. When you write, "I am wealthy," your brain sees and feels the statement, reinforcing it visually and emotionally. You can keep an affirmation journal and review it each morning or night. Each written repetition strengthens the signal you send to your subconscious and the universe. Affirmations also transform the language you use throughout the day. The words you speak casually, even in small conversations, shape your energy. When you replace phrases like, "I can't afford that," with, "That's not my priority right now, but it's coming soon," you subtly shift from lack to possibility. Over time, this new language becomes habitual and your outer reality follows. Words are spells, they cast energetic intentions into the world. Speak consciously, and you'll see conscious results. For some people, combining affirmations with breathwork or movement helps deepen their integration. You can breathe deeply as you repeat each affirmation, allowing the words to travel through your body. With each inhale, imagine drawing abundance in. With each exhale, imagine releasing scarcity and fear. The body then becomes a vessel for the new vibration, not just the mind. Movement, such as walking while repeating affirmations, also helps anchor them into your physical state, making them feel embodied rather than abstract. The most transformative affirmations are those that evoke a deep emotional connection. Instead of saying, "I want to be rich," say, "I am deeply grateful for the abundance that flows into my life every day." Instead of, "I need more money," say, "I am surrounded by opportunities that increase my wealth and joy." The words "want" and "need" carry the frequency of lack, while "am" and "have" carry the frequency of fulfillment. The universe listens not to your words but to the energy behind them. Eventually, through consistent practice, affirmations become more than a routine. They become your natural inner dialogue. You no longer have to remind yourself to think positively because abundance becomes your default state of mind. You start waking up with a sense of peace and confidence, moving through your day with trust rather than worry. When challenges appear, you respond with calmness because you know your reality bends to your vibration. The outer world becomes a reflection of the affirmations you've spoken and believed. Affirmations are tools of creation, but they are also acts of faith. Every repetition is a statement that you trust in your power and the intelligence of the universe. They remind you that you are not separate from abundance. You are made of the same energy. When you speak affirmations, you are not calling abundance from somewhere outside of you. You are awakening it from within. The more you speak, feel, and live from that truth, the more naturally prosperity flows through every aspect of your life. Visualization is one of the most powerful tools for manifestation because the mind cannot distinguish between something vividly imagined and something experienced in reality. When you close your eyes and see your wealth, your success, and your abundance in detail, your subconscious mind begins to accept those images as truth. It starts to reorganize your beliefs, emotions, and energy to match that inner picture. The more real you make the image feel, the more your external world begins to align with it. Visualization is the act of creating your reality from the inside out, transforming thought energy into physical experience. Every great creation begins as an image in someone's mind. Before a building is constructed, it is first imagined by an architect. Before a song is composed, it is first heard in the mind of the musician. The same principle applies to wealth and abundance. You must see it in your mind before you can hold it in your hands. When you visualize your desired reality clearly, you give your subconscious a blueprint to follow. It does not need to know how it will happen. It simply begins to attract the resources, people, and opportunities that match the frequency of the image you hold. The subconscious mind communicates in images and emotions, not in words. That is why visualization is so effective. It speaks the language of your inner world. When you visualize yourself living in abundance, you bypass logical resistance and connect directly to your creative power. Your mind begins to feel the experience as if it were already real, and the body responds accordingly. Your heart rate, breathing, and even hormone levels can shift to match the emotions you are imagining. This creates a powerful energetic alignment that magnetizes your vision into form. Imagine lying in bed before sleep and picturing your ideal life in every detail. See yourself waking up in the home you desire, surrounded by beauty, peace, and comfort. Visualize the sunlight streaming through the window, the feeling of soft sheets, the smell of fresh air. Then imagine yourself checking your bank account and seeing the balance you dream of, a number that feels abundant, overflowing, limitless. Feel the gratitude, the relief, and the joy of knowing you are financially free. Imagine yourself giving generously to others, investing in your dreams, living without stress. The more vividly you can feel it, the more powerful your visualization becomes. The key to effective visualization is emotion. You must feel the feelings that your desired reality would bring you. If you visualize yourself rich, but feel anxious or doubtful, you are sending mixed signals to the universe. But when you visualize with genuine gratitude and excitement, your energy aligns with the frequency of abundance. Emotion is the magnet that attracts reality toward you. When your heart feels something deeply, your vibration becomes stronger than thought alone. It helps to engage all your senses during visualization. Don't just see your dream life. Hear the sounds, feel the textures, smell the scents. If you imagine yourself in a luxury car, feel your hands on the steering wheel, hear the engine, sense the smooth motion of the ride. If you imagine living by the ocean, hear the waves, feel the salt air on your skin, see the sunlight shimmering on the water. The more sensory detail you add, the more your subconscious believes it's real. The subconscious mind is impressionable. It accepts sensory, rich experiences as reality and then works tirelessly to reproduce them in your external world. When you visualize wealth, focus not only on the physical things, the house, the money, the possessions, but also on the emotions behind them. What does financial freedom feel like? What emotions rise when you think about abundance? Peace, joy, gratitude, confidence. Focus on those feelings because they are the true frequency of wealth. Money itself is neutral energy. It is the feeling of security and freedom that gives it meaning. When you vibrate at the level of peace and joy, you are already tuned to the energy of prosperity. Visualization is most effective when done consistently. The mind builds reality through repetition. The more you rehearse a scenario in your mind, the more familiar it becomes to your subconscious, and the easier it is for you to believe in it. That belief is what bridges imagination and reality. When you visualize every day, ideally right before sleep or immediately upon waking, your brain enters the alpha or theta state, where the subconscious is most receptive. In this relaxed state, your visualizations bypass conscious doubt and sink deep into your energy field. Each session strengthens the neural and energetic connection between your inner world and the outer results you desire. Many people make the mistake of visualizing their desires, but then worrying afterward about how they will come true. That worry cancels out the frequency of trust. The universe responds to energy, not effort. When you visualize, your job is not to figure out the steps. Your job is to feel it real and trust that the how will unfold naturally. Life will arrange circumstances and synchronicities to guide you toward that vision. Your only task is to stay open, receptive, and aligned with the feeling of abundance. Visualization also works because it shifts your self-image. You cannot attract something that contradicts the way you see yourself. If you subconsciously see yourself as broke or unlucky, You will unconsciously act in ways that reinforce that image. But when you visualize yourself as abundant, confident, and worthy, your actions automatically change. You start making decisions that align with success, taking opportunities you would have once feared, speaking with confidence, valuing your time and energy. These behavioral shifts are the bridges between inner visualization and outer manifestation. It is useful to create a mental movie of your ideal life. See yourself living your dream day from morning to night. Where do you wake up? What does your environment look like? Who are you surrounded by? What kind of work do you do, and how do you feel doing it? How do you spend your money and time? As you mentally watch this movie, step into it. Don't observe from outside. Become the main character. Feel your emotions, your movements, your confidence. The more you identify with that version of yourself, the faster you become it. Another powerful method is to pair visualization with affirmations. As you imagine your dream life, repeat statements like, I am abundant. I am financially free. Money flows easily to me. This combination merges visual and verbal programming, doubling the impact. The affirmations give your mind structure, while visualization gives it depth. Together, they send a clear, multidimensional signal to your subconscious and to the universe about what you are ready to receive. Some people find it helpful to use physical cues during visualization, such as holding a symbolic object, a coin, a key, or a crystal, while imagining abundance. This gives the mind something tangible to associate with the vision. Every time you see or touch that object later, it will remind your subconscious of the feeling of prosperity, reinforcing the vibration. You can also create a vision board with images of your desires. Looking at it daily strengthens the visual imprint, keeping your mind focused on what you want rather than what you fear. It's natural for doubts to arise when you begin visualizing. The logical mind may say, "This isn't real," or "This is impossible." When that happens, don't resist the thought. Simply return to the feeling. Logic is limited to past experience, but imagination opens doors to infinite possibility. Every invention, every breakthrough, every fortune began as something that once seemed impossible. The purpose of visualization is to train your energy to believe in the unseen until it becomes seen. Faith is sustained imagination. As you continue this practice, you may start noticing synchronicities, unexpected meetings, opportunities, or insights that seem to move you closer to your goals. These are not coincidences. They are reflections of your new vibration. The universe rearranges itself according to the pictures you hold in your mind. When your energy changes, your outer world must change to match it. Visualization is how you communicate your desires to the quantum field of infinite potential. An important part of visualization is detachment. Once you've seen and felt your vision clearly, let it go. Detachment doesn't mean indifference. It means trust. When you release the need to control, you create space for the universe to deliver in the best way possible. Often, what you receive will be even better than what you imagined because the universe sees the bigger picture. Your role is to stay aligned with the energy of abundance and gratitude, not to micromanage the outcome. Visualization can also heal scarcity thinking. When you repeatedly picture yourself abundant, you dissolve the old mental images of struggle and lack that have been playing subconsciously for years. Those images have been influencing your reality more than you realize. By replacing them with new ones, you overwrite the programming of limitation with the vibration of expansion. Over time, your inner movie changes completely, and so does your life. The act of visualization itself can become a form of meditation, a sacred ritual where you meet your future self. Each time you visualize, you strengthen your connection with that version of you who already has everything you desire. You begin to feel their confidence, peace, and fulfillment. That energy blends with yours, and gradually, the line between future and present disappears. You become the person you have been visualizing, and reality has no choice but to follow. The greatest power of visualization lies not in what it gives you, but in what it reveals. That you are the creator of your own reality. The images you hold are the seeds of your experience, and the emotions you feel while imagining are the water that helps them grow. When you visualize wealth and abundance with conviction, gratitude, and trust, you are aligning your frequency with the creative energy of the universe itself. The external world simply mirrors that alignment back to you in the form of opportunities, prosperity, and peace. Gratitude is one of the most powerful energetic forces in existence. It is the emotion that unlocks the flow of abundance because it aligns your vibration with the energy of receiving. When you are grateful, you acknowledge that life is already giving to you, that you are supported, that you are cared for. In that moment, you shift from a state of lack to a state of fulfillment, from asking to allowing. Gratitude is not only a polite response to good things happening, it is a creative power that multiplies what you already have. The more you feel thankful, the more the universe mirrors that vibration by sending you more reasons to be thankful. It is the frequency of appreciation that opens the door to miracles. Many people think that they should wait for abundance before feeling gratitude, but in truth, gratitude is what creates abundance. When you say, "Thank you," even before receiving, you are telling the universe that you already believe, that you already trust the flow of life. This belief itself is what magnetizes more blessings. Gratitude is a form of faith. It is the energy of certainty that says, "I already have enough, and more is coming." When you live in this frequency, you naturally attract prosperity because your energy no longer vibrates with need or desperation. You become a magnet for the same energy you radiate. Gratitude transforms your perception of reality. Two people can experience the same situation. One feels lack, the other feels abundance. The difference is not in the external conditions, but in the perspective. A person who practices gratitude sees beauty in simplicity, opportunity in challenge, and wealth in what they already have. This perception generates joy, and joy is a high-frequency energy that draws more of what you desire. When you look around and notice what's working instead of what's missing, your vibration rises instantly. That shift alone begins to attract new opportunities, ideas, and synchronicities that align with abundance. The vibration of gratitude harmonizes the heart. When you feel thankful, your heart releases chemicals like dopamine and oxytocin, which create a sense of connection, calm, and joy. These emotions are not only pleasant, they are magnetic. The electromagnetic field of the heart becomes stronger and more coherent when you feel gratitude. This coherence is what communicates with the quantum field, the invisible energy field of possibilities around you. A heart filled with gratitude sends a clear signal to the universe. I am open. I am ready. I am receiving. The clearer the signal, the faster the response. Gratitude also dissolves resistance. When you focus on what's missing, you create energetic tension. You are telling the universe, "I don't have enough," and that message blocks the flow of abundance. But when you say, "Thank you for everything I already have," you release that tension. You relax into the flow. Gratitude creates an inner sense of peace that allows energy to move freely. It's like unclogging a pipe. Once you remove the blockage of resistance, abundance can rush through effortlessly. One of the most transformative ways to practice gratitude is to start and end each day with it. In the morning, as you wake up, before reaching for your phone or thinking about your tasks, take a deep breath and silently say thank you. Thank the universe for giving you another day, for the bed you slept in, for the roof above your head, for your body that carries you. As simple as it seems, this practice sets the tone for your entire day. It tunes your mind to notice blessings rather than problems. At night, before sleeping, repeat the practice. Reflect on the good things that happened during the day, no matter how small. This trains your mind to focus on abundance and sends that vibration into your subconscious as you sleep. Gratitude is not limited to material things. You can express gratitude for the people in your life, for love, for peace, for growth, for lessons, and even for challenges. When you say thank you for a difficulty, you are acknowledging that it carries wisdom or strength for your evolution. This shifts your relationship with life itself. You stop seeing events as good or bad and begin seeing everything as meaningful. This mindset creates emotional resilience, which is another form of abundance. A person who can find gratitude in every situation is unstoppable because their energy is no longer dependent on external conditions. The practice of gratitude can also be amplified through writing. Keeping a gratitude journal is a powerful way to anchor the vibration into physical reality. Each day, write down at least 5 things you are grateful for. Be specific. Instead of writing, "I'm grateful for my family," write, "I'm grateful for my sister's laughter today that made me smile." The more specific you are, the more vividly your subconscious records the feeling. Writing also slows your thoughts, allowing you to actually feel the gratitude rather than just think it. Over time, your journal becomes a mirror of abundance, proof that your life is already full of blessings. You can also express gratitude through speech and action. When you tell people you appreciate them, you strengthen connections and spread positive energy. Gratitude creates a ripple effect. When you express it, others feel uplifted and are inspired to express it too. This expands the collective vibration of abundance. Similarly, when you act from gratitude, you give back to life. You may donate, help, or simply smile with genuine warmth. These small acts keep the energy of giving and receiving in motion, which is essential for maintaining the flow of prosperity. Gratitude also reprograms the subconscious mind. If you have been conditioned to focus on what's lacking, gratitude rewires that pattern by training your brain to notice abundance. Neuroscientists have discovered that regular gratitude practice strengthens neural pathways associated with optimism and joy. It literally changes the structure of your brain. After just a few weeks of daily gratitude, you start to feel happier and more confident. Not because your circumstances have changed yet, but because your inner world has. That inner shift inevitably attracts outer change. There is a difference between intellectual gratitude and emotional gratitude. Intellectual gratitude is saying, "Thank you," because you know you should. Emotional gratitude is when you truly feel the energy of appreciation in your heart. It's a warm, expansive sensation that can move you to tears. When you reach that depth of feeling, you create a powerful electromagnetic charge that transforms your vibration instantly. That's the state you want to cultivate. It's not about listing things mechanically. It's about feeling the essence of having, loving, and being blessed. You can also practice gratitude in moments of stress. When you face a challenge, pause and ask yourself, "What can I be grateful for right now?" Even if the answer is simply, "I'm grateful that I have the strength to face this." It changes your energy. Gratitude redirects your focus from what's wrong to what's right, which helps you stay calm and find solutions. Challenges lose their power over you when you meet them with appreciation. This is how gratitude turns obstacles into stepping stones toward greater abundance. Energy flows where attention goes. Gratitude directs your attention toward the positive aspects of life. The universe expands whatever you focus on. If you focus on problems, they multiply. If you focus on blessings, they multiply. Gratitude ensures that your attention stays on what you want more of. It keeps your vibration aligned with the frequency of abundance, which is why people who live in gratitude often attract success effortlessly. Their energy says, "I am already abundant," and life reflects that truth back to them. Another subtle power of gratitude is that it opens you to receive more. Many people unconsciously block abundance because they don't feel worthy of it. Gratitude dissolves that block. When you thank life for its gifts, you affirm that you are worthy of receiving them. You stop feeling guilty about having more, and you begin to see abundance as a natural state. The universe loves a thankful heart because gratitude is pure alignment with creation. It's an acknowledgement that everything, including you, is part of the same giving energy. Gratitude can also be used as a manifestation technique. When you visualize your goals, imagine already having achieved them and feel gratitude as if they were real. Say, "Thank you for the financial freedom I now enjoy. Thank you for the opportunities flowing to me. Thank you for the peace and security I feel." This sends a signal of completion to the universe, as though the manifestation has already occurred. The energy of gratitude attracts the physical experience that matches it. This is why many spiritual teachers say, "Feel grateful now, and it will come." A gratitude creates harmony between the mind and the heart. The mind often worries about the future or regrets the past, while the heart lives in the present. Gratitude pulls you into the now, where all abundance exists. In that present awareness, you stop chasing and start receiving. You realize that everything you need is already available in this moment, and that realization itself is abundance. Gratitude doesn't just bring material wealth. It brings inner peace, emotional freedom, and spiritual connection. When you live in gratitude, life becomes effortless. You stop forcing outcomes and start flowing with trust. Even when things seem uncertain, you can say, "Thank you for this experience. I know it's leading me to something greater." That attitude of faith transforms every experience into a step toward abundance. The universe mirrors your energy, and a grateful heart always receives more to be grateful for. Gratitude is not the result of abundance. It is the cause. It is the golden frequency that turns ordinary moments into miracles and transforms your life into a continuous flow of blessings. Consistency is the invisible bridge between intention and manifestation. It is the quiet power that transforms your thoughts, affirmations, and visualizations into tangible results. In the world of energy and manifestation, many people focus on intensity, the strong desire, the deep meditation, the powerful affirmation. But what truly shifts your reality is repetition. Consistency trains your subconscious mind, aligns your vibration, and builds momentum in the unseen world until your outer world must reflect it. Every time you repeat a practice, whether it's listening to a money frequency meditation, visualizing abundance, or affirming your worth, you are strengthening a neural and energetic pathway that says, "This is who I am now." The subconscious mind learns through repetition. It doesn't respond to one-time inspiration, it responds to repeated signals. Think of it like carving a path through the forest. The first time you walk through, the trail is rough and unclear. The second time, it's a bit easier. After enough repetition, it becomes a clear, smooth path, automatic and effortless. That is exactly how consistency reprograms your mind. Each night you listen to your sleep meditation. Each time you repeat your affirmations, you are deepening that mental groove until abundance becomes your natural state of being. Eventually, it's no longer something you're trying to manifest. It's something you simply are. Manifestation is not a one-night miracle. It is a vibrational habit. Energy responds to consistency the way a seed responds to daily sunlight and water. You wouldn't plant a seed and dig it up every day to check if it's growing. You trust that your consistent care will bring results. The same principle applies to your spiritual and energetic practices. When you keep showing up, even when nothing seems to be happening, you are building energetic momentum. The universe responds to stability. When you remain consistent, you send the message, "I am certain. I am committed. I know this will unfold." That certainty is what magnetizes outcomes into your reality. Inconsistent energy creates mixed signals. When you visualize wealth one day and then doubt your worth the next, you send conflicting vibrations. The universe doesn't respond to words, it responds to the frequency behind them. If your frequency is stable, your manifestations stabilize too. Consistency is how you teach your energy to hold a particular vibration long enough for it to materialize. You are like a tuning fork. If you strike it once, the sound fades quickly. But if you keep it vibrating steadily, everything around it begins to resonate with the same tone. Consistency keeps your vibration strong and constant until your environment starts matching your energy. Many people give up just before their manifestation is about to appear because they mistake silence for stagnation. But consistency means trusting that even when you can't see the results, things are happening beneath the surface. Just like a seed growing underground, your energy is reorganizing, your subconscious is shifting, and the right circumstances are being arranged. Every night you listen to that 3-hour money frequency meditation, every time you feel gratitude for abundance, you are feeding the invisible roots of your manifestation. The results will appear when the inner alignment is complete. Consistency also builds self-trust. When you commit to a daily practice, you prove to yourself that you are dependable. You no longer need external validation or signs, because your own discipline becomes the sign. Self-trust is a powerful magnetic energy. It tells the universe that you are ready to receive, because you can handle what you've asked for. The universe doesn't deliver abundance to people who treat their energy like a hobby. It responds to those who live their vibration as a lifestyle. Each day of consistent practice communicates seriousness, and the universe always mirrors that. The energy of money loves consistency because money itself is flow. It moves where it feels stable, respected, and appreciated. When your thoughts about money are consistent, your vibration becomes predictable, and abundance feels safe to come to you. But when your energy swings between excitement and doubt, money feels that instability and stays away. Think of consistency as emotional safety for abundance. When you maintain a calm, grateful, and trusting frequency, you create an energetic home where prosperity can stay and grow. Consistency is not about doing a lot, it's about doing a little every day with intention. Even 5 minutes of focused energy daily is more powerful than 1 hour of intense effort once a week. The subconscious prefers gentle repetition over sudden intensity. A single affirmation, repeated hundreds of times over weeks, imprints deeply. Listening to the same abundance meditation every night reprograms your mind faster than listening to 10 different ones randomly. Consistency creates coherence, and coherence is the foundation of manifestation. Sometimes, consistency feels boring, and that's where many people stop. They want excitement, newness, instant results. But true creation happens in stillness and repetition. The same way you build muscle by repeating the same exercise, you build energetic strength by repeating the same vibration. Boredom is a sign that your old mind is losing interest. And that's good. It means your subconscious is starting to take over the pattern. Once your new vibration becomes habitual, the results begin to show up naturally. Consistency also strengthens belief. The first few days you might feel like you're pretending, saying affirmations that don't yet feel true. But the more you repeat them, the more your subconscious accepts them as real. The brain doesn't know the difference between repetition and truth. If you tell yourself, "I am abundant," 1,000 times, it becomes your inner reality. Once belief shifts, external reality must follow. The universe rearranges itself to match your inner conviction. Belief built through consistency is unshakable because it's not based on temporary emotion. It's built on daily evidence of your own dedication. The energy of manifestation accumulates like compound interest. Every act of consistency adds energy to your field, and that energy multiplies over time. One day of practice might not create visible change, but 30 days of consistent vibration can shift your entire reality. The more consistent you are, the faster you close the gap between desire and manifestation. The reason is simple: consistency holds the vibration long enough for physical reality, which moves slower, to catch up. When you commit to 21 nights or 30 nights of sleep meditation, you are doing more than just listening. You are rewriting your energetic code. Each night, your subconscious receives the same affirmations, the same frequency, the same emotions. The neural connections related to abundance strengthen, while the old patterns of scarcity weaken. Over time, your mind naturally starts thinking abundant thoughts. You begin noticing opportunities, attracting helpful people, and feeling worthy of success, not because of luck, but because of energetic conditioning through consistency. Consistency also brings clarity. The more you practice, the more sensitive you become to your own energy. You start noticing when your vibration drops, when doubts arise, when fear sneaks in. This awareness allows you to correct your energy quickly before it manifests as obstacles. Without consistency, you might not even notice when you've slipped out of alignment. But with daily practice, you become energetically aware, which is one of the greatest gifts of spiritual discipline. Another hidden benefit of consistency is that it anchors you in the present moment. When you show up daily, you learn patience. You stop chasing instant gratification and start enjoying the process. That shift from, "When will it come?" to, "I love this practice," is what removes resistance. The universe rewards those who create from joy rather than need. When your consistent routine becomes a source of peace and pleasure, abundance flows naturally because you are no longer trying to get. You are simply being. Many people think manifestation is about controlling outcomes, but consistency teaches surrender. It's about showing up and trusting the process, even when there's no visible proof. You do your part, aligning your energy, and allow the universe to do its part. This surrender through consistency is the purest form of faith. Every day you meditate, affirm, or visualize, you are silently saying, I trust that this is working, even if I can't see it yet. That faith multiplies your vibration tenfold. Consistency creates rhythm, and rhythm is the heartbeat of creation. The entire universe operates on consistent cycles. The rising and setting of the sun, the tides, the phases of the moon, the seasons. Nature never skips a beat, and that's why it thrives effortlessly. When you align your practices with this universal rhythm through consistency, you step into harmony with creation itself. You become part of that natural flow where abundance is inevitable. Even when challenges appear, consistency keeps you stable. When life tests you, your daily practice becomes your anchor. Instead of falling into fear or scarcity, you return to your meditation, your affirmations, your gratitude. This stability protects your vibration from external chaos. Over time, you realize that consistency isn't just about manifesting money or success. It's about mastering your own energy, becoming unshakable no matter what happens around you. There's also a vibrational momentum that builds with time. The first few days of a new practice, the energy feels slow, but once you've built momentum, the vibration becomes powerful and self-sustaining. It's like pushing a heavy rock. At first, it takes effort, but once it's rolling, it moves on its own. Consistency is what gets the rock moving. Once your energy gains momentum, manifestations appear faster and with less effort. The universe rewards persistence. Every great creator, entrepreneur, artist, and healer who achieved abundance did so through consistent energy. They showed up on the days they didn't feel like it, trusted the process, and kept going. Manifestation isn't magic, it's energetic science, and consistency is the formula that makes it work. It keeps your vibration stable, your mind trained, and your heart open. Consistency is love in action, love for your future self, love for your dreams, love for the process of becoming. Each time you show up for your practice, you are choosing alignment over doubt, faith over fear, creation over chaos. That choice, repeated daily, is what turns desire into reality. You don't have to do everything perfectly, you just have to keep showing up. Energy doesn't need perfection. It needs persistence. The moment you make consistency your natural rhythm, abundance stops being something you chase and becomes something you live. When you wake up rich in energy, you awaken to a world that feels light, open, and full of possibilities. True wealth is not just measured in currency or possessions. It's measured in vibration. When your energy is abundant, your life naturally reflects abundance in every form. Opportunities appear, people are drawn to your light, and solutions flow effortlessly. The frequency of prosperity is a state of being, not a bank balance. It begins the moment you decide to feel rich before you see it. Because when your inner world is overflowing, the outer world cannot help but mirror it back to you. Most people chase money believing it will give them freedom, but freedom is born within. A rich, energetic state is when you wake up with gratitude instead of stress, confidence instead of worry, and peace instead of pressure. It's when you start your day not asking, "What do I need?" but saying, "Look how much I already have." That shift in consciousness instantly raises your vibration and aligns you with the frequency of abundance. The universe responds not to need, but to overflow. And the more energy you have to give, the more life gives back to you. To wake up rich in energy, you must first understand that energy is the foundation of all things. Every thought, emotion, and belief carries a frequency. When you think thoughts of lack, worry, or fear, your energy contracts. But when you think thoughts of gratitude, joy, and possibility, your energy expands. The expanded state is where abundance lives. You don't manifest wealth by trying harder. You manifest it by becoming a vibrational match to it. It's like tuning a radio. When your frequency matches the station, you hear the music clearly. The music of abundance is always playing, but only those who tune their energy to the right frequency can hear it. The best time to attune your energy is right when you wake up. Morning is a sacred window when your subconscious is still soft and receptive, not yet clouded by the noise of the world. Before you pick up your phone or think about yesterday's worries, take a deep breath and connect with your inner abundance. Feel gratitude for the bed you slept in, the air you're breathing, the heartbeat that's keeping you alive. Recognize how much you already have, because gratitude is the gateway to more. As you focus on what's good, your vibration rises, and you start your day on a frequency that attracts miracles. Money itself is energy that flows to those who respect, appreciate, and handle it with love. When your relationship with money is rooted in anxiety, you repel it. When it's rooted in joy and trust, you magnetize it. Waking up rich in energy means releasing the emotional charge that keeps you tied to scarcity, the guilt, the fear, the sense of not enough. You replace it with excitement, purpose, and faith. You wake up knowing that everything you desire is already seeking you. That calm certainty makes you magnetic because the universe always mirrors the energy of belief. Your morning energy sets the tone for the entire day. If you start your day feeling rushed, scattered, or doubtful, that vibration echoes through every interaction. But if you start your day feeling wealthy, grounded, and grateful, you naturally attract matching experiences. The world reflects who you are being, not what you are doing. So make your first vibration of the day one of alignment. Before you even get out of bed, visualize the kind of day you want. See yourself moving with confidence, feeling at ease, and radiating joy. Feel as though the entire day is working in your favor. That feeling is what summons abundance. One powerful practice is to affirm abundance the moment you open your eyes. Say to yourself, I am overflowing with energy and blessings. I am a magnet for wealth, joy, and success. Everything I touch expands in prosperity. Feel those words vibrate through your body. Don't just say them, embody them. The more often you affirm your abundance in a genuine emotional state, the faster your subconscious begins to believe it. That belief then starts altering your actions, your emotions, and your results. Energy, rich mornings aren't just about mental practices. They're about physical alignment too. Movement, breath, and mindfulness strengthen your vibration. When you stretch your body, you release stagnant energy. When you breathe deeply, you invite life force, prana, to fill your cells. When you sit in stillness for a few moments, you align your mind with your spirit. These small rituals help your energy flow freely, unblocking any resistance that might have accumulated overnight. Think of it as tuning your inner instrument before playing the symphony of your day. An abundance mindset doesn't ignore challenges, it transforms them. When you wake up rich in energy, you stop reacting to problems with fear and instead respond with faith. You begin to see every situation as a stepping stone rather than a setback. That perspective alone is a sign of wealth, because the truly rich are not those who never face challenges, but those who remain powerful through them. Your energy becomes your greatest asset, your inner fortune that nothing external can take away. Being rich in energy also means being intentional with where you invest your attention. Every thought is a currency, every emotion is a transaction. When you spend your energy on negativity, comparison, or doubt, you go into spiritual debt. But when you invest your attention in gratitude, creativity, and love, your energy compounds, just like interest. Throughout your day, pay attention to what you give your energy to. Ask yourself, is this thought making me richer or poorer? Then choose the thought that expands you. One secret of energy wealth is generosity. When your vibration is high, you naturally radiate kindness and positivity, and that radiation becomes a magnet. Give freely, not just money, but compliments, smiles, and compassion. Giving keeps the flow of abundance moving through you. When you hold onto energy too tightly, it stagnates. When you let it move, it multiplies. This is one of the great paradoxes of life. The more you give, the richer you feel, and the richer you become. Evenings are just as important as mornings for maintaining energetic wealth. Before sleep, release any heavy thoughts or emotions. Forgive yourself for what you couldn't do, appreciate what you accomplished, and affirm that tomorrow brings even more abundance. Sleep is when your subconscious integrates your daily vibration. Going to bed with a rich mindset plants powerful seeds for the next morning. That's why combining a sleep meditation with your gratitude practice creates compounding energy. You're programming your mind for abundance, even as you rest. When you wake up with rich energy consistently, your external life begins to shift in unexpected ways. You start to notice synchronicities, a chance encounter that leads to opportunity, a sudden idea that solves a problem, unexpected money arriving when you need it most. These aren't coincidences. They're reflections of your inner abundance aligning with the universe's flow. The more you maintain that vibration, the faster and easier your manifestations become. Rich energy is also deeply grounded. It's not manic excitement or forced positivity. It's calm, confident assurance. It's a quiet inner knowing that life supports you, that you're safe, and that everything is unfolding perfectly. That kind of energy attracts people and opportunities effortlessly because it feels stable. Just as investors are drawn to stable markets, the energy of abundance is drawn to stable emotions. When your inner state is peaceful and strong, prosperity naturally anchors itself in your life. Waking up rich in energy also transforms the way you see others. Instead of feeling envy or competition, you feel inspiration. You realize that someone else's success is proof of what's possible, not a threat to your own abundance. This mindset keeps your energy clean and expansive. You no longer leak energy through jealousy or resentment. You channel it toward your own creation. In this way, your inner wealth grows exponentially and your relationships become more harmonious. True richness is vibrational alignment, feeling good, feeling worthy, and feeling connected to life itself. When you operate from that frequency, money, love, health, and success are natural byproducts. They become expressions of your internal state rather than sources of it. You stop chasing external validation because you already feel whole. That inner wholeness is the ultimate form of abundance. And when challenges do arise, because life will always ebb and flow, your rich energy becomes your protection. Instead of collapsing into fear, you rise with faith. Instead of focusing on what's missing, you focus on what's possible. That's the mark of someone who truly understands abundance. They remain powerful, peaceful, and present no matter what happens. Their energy becomes unshakable, and the universe responds to that steadiness with even greater flow. The more you practice waking up rich in energy, the more natural it becomes. It stops being a ritual and becomes your state of being. You begin to realize that you are not trying to attract abundance. You are the source of it. You are the frequency through which abundance expresses itself. Everything you desire, money, love, success, peace, already exists within your energy field. You just have to align with it consistently until it becomes your new normal. So tonight, as you close your eyes and drift into sleep, remember this truth: you are already rich beyond measure. The wealth you seek is not waiting somewhere outside of you. It is pulsing within you right now, in your breath, in your heartbeat, in your awareness. As you rest, let the frequency of abundance wash through every cell of your being. Let gratitude soften your heart, let peace calm your mind, and let the universe align its rhythm with yours. When morning comes, open your eyes with the certainty that you are blessed, guided, and overflowing with energy. Walk through your day with the quiet confidence of someone who knows that everything they desire is already on its way. Because when you wake up rich in energy, you don't have to chase abundance. You become it.